In Trinidad and Tobago, the public is subjected to many abuses of office by elected officials, none more recent than the Section 34 crisis. It is left to the people to hold them accountable. This is the story. As Trinidad and Tobago marked its 50th anniversary of independence, the very foundation upon which our nation was built, our Constitution, was being callously manipulated by those entrusted to protect it. The Cabinet. The Administration of Justice Indictable Proceedings Act was unanimously passed in good faith by the independent bench and opposition in both houses of Parliament in 2012 in an effort to assist the judiciary in speeding up the administration of justice in Trinidad and Tobago. But there was a betrayal of Parliament underway so sinister it would strike at the heart of our democracy.
It proclaimed a section which the Prime Minister said should not have been proclaimed. The Prime Minister offered the head of one Herbert Volney on a plate, saying that he was the single and sole person responsible for misrepresenting a position to the Cabinet of Trinidad and Tobago, and that his misrepresentation is what resulted in the Cabinet collectively agreeing to proclaim law which has been described as an absurdity, a surreptitious thing, a surreptitious and deceitful act of proclamation.
I think that Section 34 was the worst abuse of parliamentary process, worst abuse of the democratic process that the Commonwealth has seen in modern history. I think that the facts now established and out in the public domain show that our cabinet was ineffective, that the executive, that is the government, abused Parliament, that the assurances given to Parliament were breached, and breached knowingly by our government. And in the end, it has come up to being an ineffaceable mark on our democratic process. In
July of 2012, the acting Attorney General, one Ganga Singh, the Minister of National Security, one Jack Warner, and the then Minister of Justice, Herbert Volney, attended a meeting with persons of the judiciary and with the Director of Public Prosecutions. And they were told certain things in relation to Section 34 and the act which came into effect and which has been proclaimed. And the Prime Minister says that those representations and representations made to Cabinet happened only at Herbert Volney's hands. And the Honourable Prime Minister does not tell us that in the two Cabinet meetings, when the note to proclaim Section 34 was discussed and then confirmed, two Cabinet meetings in August, she does not tell us that Ganga Singh was in the Cabinet, that Anand Ramlogan, the Attorney General of Trinidad and Tobago, was in the Cabinet, that Jack Warner was in the Cabinet, that Prakash Ramada, the Minister of Legal Affairs, was in the Cabinet, and that those people, Jack Warner in particular, Ganga Singh in particular, had an opportunity to challenge the misrepresentation supposedly made by Herbert Volney. They stayed silent.
History will also show that on September 18, 2012, civil society, betrayed by the behavior of the Cabinet and answering the call to action of the Honourable Dr. Keith Rowley, spoke aloud with their feet, filling the streets of Port of Spain in protest.
I believe in my heart that this government and the Attorney General, they knew exactly what they was doing. And I believe that Section 34 was designed so that men like Ish Gabaral Singh and Steve could walk free men after the type of crime that they have committed against this country. I personally believe that. You understand? I believe it. And the thing about it is that this government is so bold-faced. And the reason why they try to make such a bold step is because they look at the poor man. You see the poor man and the grassroots man out here? You see the man on the block? You see the man selling the little doubles and the man selling the little nuts? They look at these people. They look at us as uneducated, stupid people. That something like that will happen overnight, and these people will not pay no attention to it. They wouldn't even know what happened there. You understand? So when they do things like this, they just walk scot-free. Because they look at the people, they look at the grassroots people of this nation as stupid people, that they could commit this kind of an act and get away with it.
Section 34, that is just one big conspiracy right now, you understand? That's just to get the two financiers out, you know. The government behind all of that. You see that money laundering thing with both of them trying to get free, that ain't right.
Can it ever be right for people who witness wrong to stay silent? Could it ever be right for the citizens of this country to know that the acting Attorney General, when he sat in July, and that the Minister of National Security, who sits and in large part manages together with the Prime Minister the National Security Council, one of the most important entities in this country, could stay silent, witnessing a misrepresentation? That could never be right. That is the breach of the social contract between the government and the citizens of this country. That is the poison to the root of our Constitution. That is the cyanide pill which the population is being asked to swallow.
What they fail to realize is that in this country, we have people outside here that will speak for the innocent, that will speak for the less fortunate, that will speak for the less educated also. This government and the Attorney General will not get away with the stunt of Clause 34 that is trying to pull on this nation. We are not accepting that. We are not taking that. You understand? And they're going to pay dearly. They are going to pay dearly for this act that is trying to pull on us here.
On September 18th, 2012, together we aspired and together we achieved.